I think you, Mr. Rainwater, and I should all sit down and clear the air.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking at the most disturbing, impactful, and all-around bold scenes in the ever unpredictable Yellowstone. This means some serious spoilers lie ahead.
It didn't even feel like my hands. It was like I was above watching it.
Number 10, Beth versus Summer. John's activist nemesis turned girlfriend, Summer Higgins, has had particular trouble winning over Beth. John hopes they can bury the hatchet over a family dinner.
So, Gator, what did you kill for dinner this evening?
Sorry, I didn't know you'd be joining us out. I picked a different everything had I known.
But when Summer repeatedly condemns the vegan-unfriendly menu, Beth decides to face tensions a different way. The dinner party steps outside to watch both women throw down in an insanely brutal fistfight.
It was a metaphor. Familiar position for you?
Audiences figured it was only a matter of time before Beth handled this feud in typically gritty fashion. Still, nobody expected the moment of catharsis to be one of the most purely violent on the notoriously hardcore show. While this fight didn't completely settle the beef, so to speak, the victorious Beth seems to respect Summer for putting up for her principles. Number 9. Monica takes action. Monica Dutton is usually a passive, even moral figure beside her in-laws' twisted frontier justice. But she can no longer wait for police to deal with a string of sexual assaults and murders targeting Native American women. She deliberately fakes car troubles on a remote road to lure an apparent Good Samaritan. He's revealed to be the killer when the two get into a heated fight, ending with the hidden Mo shooting the man with a sniper rifle. Monica's role in the execution marked one of the most dramatic character shifts in Yellowstone. Even with so many innocent lives avenged, both Monica and fans are haunted by her going full Dutton. Number 8. Tate Subduction. The Beths made a fatal error in their ultimate effort to intimidate their business rivals. It isn't long before the Duttons track down the neo-Nazi militia hired to kidnap Casey's son, Tate.
Sorry to bother you, just checking to see if Tate's in there with you.
Raising stakes with child endangerment is a pretty standard trope, of course. While Tate's thankfully unseen torture pushes the envelope, what makes the abduction so shocking is how it ultimately plays out. Casey and company rescue Tate in a characteristically unheroic massacre. Afterward, the child and his family must reckon with PTSD. It was a fittingly bleak way to mature the innocent Tate into the Dutton family business. His abduction still epitomizes Yellowstone's ability to escalate conventional drama with brutal realism. Number 7. Jaimie stops Sarah. Jaimie's cutthroat skills are usually limited to legal battles. He seemed to find an unbeatable foe in Sarah Wynn, a journalist who infiltrated Jaimie's political campaign to uncover his family's corruption. Even John recommends a lawsuit to suppress the disturbing expose. But with Jaimie being more concerned about his statement in the story, he strangles Sarah to death in a fit of panic. Rip's ability to make it look like an accident saves the Duttons from trouble once again.
Jaimie? Where's her phone? Listen to me.
Still, Jaimie was the last person expected to get blood on his hands. It's less surprising that he did it for strictly selfish reasons. If anything, his remorse for defending the Dutton name would further alienate him from this clan of killers.
I had no choice.
There's always a choice.
Number 6. Fight in Beth's office. Beth Dutton is one of the toughest characters to break on TV. The Beths at least accomplish that when they send masked henchmen to bust into her office after hours. The intruders kill Beth's assistant before directing more sexual violence at Beth herself. Just then, a concerned Rip rides in for one of the most grisly killing sprees Yellowstone has ever delivered. The incident remarked a turning point in the show's brutality in Beth's characterization. It took a long time for her to push down that trauma. Rip's rescue may affirm his and Beth's relationship, but Western fans have never seen a damsel in distress scene quite so distressing.
I love you. I love you.
Number 5. Patricide. Jaimie wasn't seeking a relationship when he confronted his biological father about killing his mother.
You got your mother's eye.
Would you mention the woman you killed to me?
He ultimately forms a genuine bond with Garrett Randall, going along with the scheme to orchestrate Jaimie's inheritance of Yellowstone Ranch. Only after Beth uncovers his betrayal does her adopted brother beg forgiveness for his own survival.
Beth, wait. Beth, please. Please, 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 please.
The black sheep returns to the flock on one twisted condition.
There is a third option. Care to hear it?
While Garrett peacefully contemplates nature and fatherhood, Jaimie shoots him in the back of the head. One of Yellowstone's most darkly poetic deaths marks the ultimate low in Jaimie's cowardly efforts to protect himself. His identity and integrity completely lost, he returns to the Duttons with a strictly transactional relationship and thoughts of revenge. Number 4. Debranded. Once a ranch hand with the Yellowstone brand, Wade Morrow became an enemy of John Dutton's after he was fired for stealing. Their initially petty feud becomes lethal when Morrow colludes with Rourke Morris to bring down the Duttons. His attempt to kill 2 of John's hands sealed one of the show's most hard-to-watch fates. Rip hangs Wade from a tree, but not before ordering Walker to carve the Yellowstone brand from Wade's flesh. This scene wasn't just controversial for its graphic violence. Rip righteously torturing someone to death became a symbol for the warped morality of the show's anti-heroes. Their already disturbing brand also took a more sinister meaning.
But there's a price to pay for revenge. And now you gotta pay it.
Number 3. Hit on the Duttons. Yellowstone has delivered many hair-raising cliffhangers. Nothing tops how Season 3 goes out with a particularly sizable roster of enemies. As Beth's assistant opens a package delivered to her office, it explodes.
Don't.
Meanwhile, Casey engages a band of armed intruders, and John is left for dead by a drive-by shooter. It wouldn't be until the end of the season when we learn that the attack was ordered by an associate of Garrett Randall's. Initially holding Rourke Morris responsible, Rip sicks a rattlesnake on him while he's fishing.
A little present from Yellowstone. What? No!
That episode closer was shocking enough. Still, it's hard to get over the finale that drew the Duttons' fates into question. Number 2. Losing John Dutton IV. One shock going into Season 5 is that Casey and Monica are in a good place, with their second child on the way. That heartbreakingly changes by the end of the season premiere. Monica goes into early labor while Casey is on the job and has to drive herself to the hospital at night. She and passenger Tate narrowly survive the car's collision with a wandering buffalo. The little one, who was to be named John, does not. This tragedy would haunt the entire Dutton family. Some believe it even foreshadows the doom of John III's legacy. His grandson's brief life shows that even after 5 uncompromising seasons, Yellowstone can still deliver devastating character drama.
Well, grief isn't meant to be shared. What comfort is. They could use some now.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The assassination of Dan Jenkins. The land developer's unlikely alliance with the Duttons is cut short by Beck's hitman. Breaking Lloyd's hand. Rip ends the petty Lloyd-Walker feud by putting his friend in his place.
This is for your protection, Lloyd. You understand me?
Dirk Herdstrom's death. Jimmy's debt to some drug dealers viciously falls on his grandfather's head.
We treat it like a crime scene until you say different.
I'm trying to locate a next of kin.
I've arrested the next of kin 15 times.
Sheriff Haskell's death. A diner stick-up gives the crooked lawman his honorable last stand. Governor Dutton. John announces a wild scheme to preserve his land for good. Montana's highest office.
I am the opposite of progress. I'm the wall that it bashes against, and I will not be the one who breaks.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Why Beth Hates Jaimie. Yellowstone's third season was full of shocking character revelations. Jaimie's discovery that he was adopted is surely the most consequential, but it was a natural dramatic progression after a flashback revealed the foundation of his and Beth's hostilities. When a teenage Beth got pregnant by Rip, Jaimie took her to a reservation to have the pregnancy terminated without record. Beth didn't know that this Native American clinic still practiced compulsory sterilization, but Jaimie did.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
He permanently robbed Beth and Rip of a family to protect the Dutton name. The couple were ultimately able to move past Beth's confession and find a surrogate son in Carter. Still, in knowing the depth of Jaimie's cruelty, audiences understand Beth's crusade to rob him of a family.
I'm gonna do it myself.
What, you think that
I'm gonna kill you, Jaimie.
Which Yellowstone moments caught you with your guard down? Ride into the comments.
If you betray me again, you're dead to me, son. You understand?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.